It's hard to believe we're at the end of May 2024. Just unbelievable, really, how fast this month has gone. And what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to share with you guys, I'm going to take you behind the curtain on our primary eBay account as far as what the account we use for purchasing cards, and just kind of give you an overview of what we bought this month and kind of walk you through why. This video, I may do this every month, and if I do it every month, it won't be available to everybody. It'll only be available in the members area. But I will probably post this on our regular page the first time at cmgsportscards.com. And I may even place it in our Facebook group as well for our CMG Collect Direct members. I'm not making any promises. It's just a thought. And honestly, the number one reason I'm doing it is for myself and my own records and my own understanding as I'm working through this process and trying to create the systems that will make sense for not just myself, but for other people moving forward, and really where my mindset has been. This is not going to include all the cards we've bought at shows. We've only been to a couple, but we did, we went to the big Ellie De La Cruz show in Cincinnati. And then I've also bought a couple Facebook collections from Facebook Marketplace, which I don't think I've done any kind of content on that. But if this is valuable, please let me know. And again, I think this will be good content for the members area if I do this every month, just so people can see the evolution here as well. A lot of what I'm doing right now, I'm doing with the thought process, can other people do this? With, and some things other people can, some, without a background in this, maybe not. But I just want to share with you a couple things. Every now and then we get in Dawn and I both, we just want to rip some packs, which is a terrible investment. It's terrible. But I'm just going to go through some of my purchases over the last 30 days or so. And this is Bowman basketball, and it's all college basketball. And this was just an unbelievable price on eBay, $19.99 plus $21.19. These boxes are about $32 at Walmart. And so I was placing an order, and the dealer that I was ordering from had these boxes for $19, so I'll do one in. And when we ripped it, we actually pulled the center from Purdue, who's been the National Player of the Year the last 2 years. I can't think of his name right now. I'm not a big fan, but you guys probably know. Some of you think, Dale, you should know who that is, and I should, but it's almost 3:00 in the morning at the time I'm making this, so I apologize. But we pulled the guy, the center for Purdue. He's been National Player of the Year the last 2 years. He'll be in the top 10 in the NBA draft this year, but it was an autograph card. And we pulled an autograph card from this guy. I don't know what it's going to be worth. Maybe it'll be, I would say, over 100. It could be as much as 300 or 400. I would show it to you, but it's actually, we've already sent it to PSA. So that was kind of cool. That was a moment that I want to remember on my personal journey, that we bought this $19.99 retail pack and pulled the center from Purdue autographed. It was just like, you got to be kidding me. It was like I told Donna, this is a sign. So this was, again, about 30 days ago. Then we bought, this is just a display for a jersey. I received a Kentucky Wildcats autographed national championship basketball jersey as a Christmas gift, and I wanted a cool way to display it. And you may have seen it on some of our videos. I don't know if we've done any for this particular website, but you'll see it probably at some point hanging in our office. So that was that purchase. I bought this just for my own personal collection. And then I bought this one for Dawn and this one for me. We both like the 1975 top set and the Heritage, the 2024 Heritage tops set that just came out has the same design. So I just bought every player in the set on the Braves and every player in the set on the Reds just for personal collection. I saw this guy play, um, Steve Kwan on Cleveland, and he's super high batting average, a lot of speed, strong throwing arm, uh, and he played with X Factor. I call it X Factor. He just had that extra determination. You could see it. He grits his teeth when he plays the game. He's not out there lollygagging around. He's into it. He's focused. Uh, Not at the level Pete Rose was, but he's a very focused player and with talent. And I saw the guy that when Cleveland was playing the Braves, and it's like I'm going to get a few of his cards. I'm not getting a lot. I'm not heavy into him, but I said I'm just going to pick up a few cheap, and I did. A couple of his rookie cards or whatever. I think I might have 15 or 20 that I bought. But the reason is because of X Factor. It's the same that I look when I'm building teams, when I'm building teams of people. I mean, I'm looking for people that just have some determination and grit and know how to work and and don't mind working and grinding and learning and giving it all they got. If you're going to play the game, get on the field and give it all you've got. And that's what this guy did. And I just appreciated his hustle, honestly. So I've bought, this is a rookie and this is a rookie. And then I got on Marcell Ozuna. Unless you're a Braves fan, you probably don't know who he is, but he's leading the major leagues at this moment in RBIs for sure, and I think home runs, and then at least in the National League. No telling how bad the Braves record would be if they didn't have this guy. He's having a phenomenal year. I think he'll make the All-Star team. And if he makes the All-Star team, then every baseball fan in America will be watching that game and they'll figure out who this guy is and they'll hear some of his stats. And I'm expecting his cards to have a bump after the All-Star game. So that's why I bought them. They may or they may not. I don't know. But if he hits a home run to win it, they'll double. They'll double. But I'm just I like the guy anyway. Um, I just like, again, passion he plays with, and he's having a great year. And if and when and I decide to do shows here in Atlanta, I wouldn't mind having a supply of his cards. So that's kind of the way I'm looking at this. I might keep one of these for my own personal collection, but the majority I bought to sell, knowing that he's going to be on the All-Star team, and people are going to say, "Who is this guy?" And if he has a great All-Star game, then everybody in the country will want to get one of his cards for their collection. So that I've been buying them. And these are all his rookie cards from 2011 Bowman, getting them for cheap, And then this is an autograph. This is the one I may keep, but his is his debut card, which is also a rookie card, and it's autographed. Here's another autograph. And the reason you'll see me buying so many autographed cards this month has nothing to do with the fact that I want autographed cards or that I collect autographed cards at this time and place. I don't. But as some of you know, we went to that show. We had Eric Davis and Bo Jackson sign autographed cards. They're on the same card. We had them both signed. We got a couple of those. We got Ellie signed 4 cards for us. Ellie De La Cruz, the Stealing Home card which I love. So we have those 4 plus the Eric Davis, Bo Jackson. We have 2 of those. That's 6 cards that we needed to send to PCA to PSA. we needed to send a PSA to get the autographs authenticated and get the cards graded. And you have to have a minimum of 20 cards for an autograph order. Well, we didn't have 20 cards, and there's no way I'm going to have 20 cards that needed to be autographed. So I went in and I bought some Braves and Reds fans with the thought, Braves and Reds cards with the thought that if and when we start doing some shows in Cincinnati and or Kentucky is a big Cincinnati Reds hub because that's our closest professional team. So I'll have some PSA authenticated autograph cards. So that's why I only bought them so we could get the Ellies and the Bo Jackson, Eric Davis cards authenticated. And I needed 20 cards to do that. So that's my thought process behind that. Here's another Osuna autograph. These are just 3 Osuna cards. Rookie cards are not autographed, but I bought them for $1 each as rookie cards. And again, if he when he makes the All-Star team, I'm expecting these cards to have a little bit of bump. I might make 25, 50%, but I'm expecting them to have a bump. Here was a lot of 15 cards of Osuna that I bought for, I had them delivered to me for $6.50. They're at my home. So I kind of got on the Osuna kick, you can see, for a week or so. Here's another autograph of Osuna. This is more Stephen Kwan I talked about earlier, his rookie cards. What was this? This was a lot of 5, $4.36, less than $1 a card. I think I've got 15 or 20 total now. But, if this guy does what I think he's going to do based upon what I saw with my own eyes on the field, this will be a card I can make 50, 100%, 200% return, over the next, maybe this year or next year. I just think he's got that X factor. And then here's a whole lot of them. I bought a lot, LOT, the card lot. I don't know how many. I think there was 9 maybe. So I put these away, just waiting to, again, this guy can make the All-Star team as well. And see, here's the thing, guys. Here's the real point. If I bought 20, but I could have bought 200 or 2,000. Okay. And again, what I'm trying to figure out this year is, does the All-Star team, making the All-Star team in the All-Star game, give players a bump? I'm not sure. I'm assuming that it will, but I'll find out this year. So here's more Stephen Kwan rookie cards. That's a lot of 6 for $8.60. And it's got some optics and some special cards in here, but they're all rookies. So how do I keep going forward here? Here's where I was. It's right there. And now let's see what else we did. Okay. I guess I could start. Well, this I'm going back to 8. Another Osuna. This is autographs as well. When he came up, the Cardinals, more Quan cards. Quarterbacks. Everybody says buy quarterbacks now, sell them right before the season starts, because there's going to be a lot of hype around a lot of quarterbacks. There seems to be going to be a lot of hype. A name that keeps coming up, the two, is Will Levis and C.J. Stroud. When I'm listening to different sports radio and so forth, Will Levis played at Kentucky. He was the quarterback for Kentucky. So even if he bombs in the NFL, I'll be able to at least get my money back in the state of Kentucky because people in Kentucky will want a Will Levis card. So that's my thought there. I have no opinion what he's going to do in Tennessee in his NFL career. I know he had one game last year, if I recall, where he threw 4 touchdowns in one game, and people talk about that. I wasn't heavy into cards at that time, but how his cards shot up and then they fell back down. So we'll see. But that's why I've got a few Will Levis cards, and you can see. I think both of these have been sent to PSA, if I recall. This is my primary focus, without question. This is the guy, and I've talked about it in other videos, so I'm not going to get into it. But I love this. This was a lot of, how many? 48 Ellie De La Cruz cards for 102. So I'm looking at about a little bit, $2.10 a card, something like that. A bunch of these we're sending to PSA. Some of these, like this one right here, sold for $50 PSA 10 this week on eBay. One sold for $50. So I got $2 into it, $20 to have it graded. That's already a double on my money if I had a 10 in hand, and it hasn't even been a month yet since I bought these. This guy right here, I'm going all in on, because any investment I have to compare it to, can I take that same money and put it into Ellie cards? What makes the most sense? For me personally, with what I've seen with my own eyeballs, you can watch YouTube videos. This guy's remarkable. He's one of a kind. I've been watching baseball all my whole life. I've never seen anybody like this guy. So I am definitely all in on Ellie De La Cruz. I like this card. It's die cut. You can see it's cut out. So I'm trying to buy those for $7 or less right now. So I've got this one for $6.99. This one was $7. Another guy that I'm all in on, and I could be wrong because he's small, and he's going to be small in the NBA. But this guy does things on the basketball court that I've never saw any UK player do. What he does and the way he distorts and moves his body to get open, he's unique. He's a special talent, and a lot of you probably haven't heard of him, but it's Rob Dillingham. So I've been buying Dillingham's for a while. I've been buying him for a few months, and I'm continuing to buy Dillingham cards. He will probably be a top 5 draft pick in this year's NBA. So I'm going all in now, because I think some of these cards could be worth hundreds, maybe even, several $100s. I'll sell a few once it gets to 100. But Rob Dillingham, I'm buying as many of his as I can. This is a special refractor, yellow refractor. It's number 275. So there's only 75 of these cards ever made. Okay, there's only 75. If he does what I think he'll do in the NBA, I think people are going to come to see him play. And I think these could be just astronomical down the road. More Marcelo Zuna, 3 more cards. There's another another Dillingham. This is a refractor, also 275. I can't remember what numbers I have, and it really doesn't matter. But there's only 75 in the world, and I've got 2 of them. All rookies. Anthony Edwards, Minnesota Timberwolves, probably the hottest player in the NBA right now, Anthony Edwards. So I just bought a lot of his cards because I had none, and I just wanted some, and I got these at a ridiculously low price, 50 cents a card. And I know we've sent 2 or 3 of these for grading already. And then more Ellie. This is his rookie Topps Heritage from 2022 in his minor league uniform. So I bought. If I can get them for less than 25, I'm buying them 25 or less. Got this one for 20. I bought these two for 50, so it's 25 each. And then here's one with him and two other players, old style rookie card of third baseman. Got this for $9.99. Got this one for $7.50. And then my guy Pete Rose, I had an idea what I was going to do with this card. I thought about all the Pete Rose cards that I've seen, and if I'm at a show and I would want him to autograph a card, which one would it be? And it was this one of him holding a plate that's celebrating him breaking Ty Cobb's record. So I bought a few of these just to have if and when I'm at a show or Pete's signing. I have several of his autographs already, but I'm on card autographs on cards, not on baseballs, but on cards themselves are becoming more popular right now. So I was thinking, what could I buy, have him sign, and then ultimately send for grading and have resold. So here I bought 20 Will Levis rookie cards, $1 card. If he does anything in the NFL, that will be an easy way to double my money, if not 10x my money. Here's another Dillingham card. This is 275. 75 of these cards in the world. So I'm buying them up. You can see I got this one for $15, which is just ridiculous. If he does what I think he will do in the NBA, and he might not, I can miss, and I'm sure I'm going to miss on some. But the eyeball test, I think people are going to come to watch him play. More Will Levis cards here. More Elly De La Cruz, third base rookies. You can see I bought several of these. These were $8. These were $33 for 5. Elly De La Cruz. I'm buying as many of it. Like I will buy this card. My target price on this one is $5 or less. Here's something you need to be aware of. I did a video on this, but I missed this. Digital card. This one, digital card. I don't want any NFT baseball card. I'm not ready for that. And sometimes, again, I keep late hours, and I'm not all the time focused in. But I bought both of these, and thankfully I caught it and was able to get my money refunded. I just thought they were cool looking cards. I'm thinking, I haven't seen this, Elly, so I want that. Haven't seen this one, I want that. And I bought them both, and I ended up getting refunded. So I'm okay on that. But be careful. Okay, we're almost done here, guys. 2 more pages. I hope this is not boring you. If it is, you can always click away, of course. More Ozuna cards. This one's autographed as well. Chris Sabo was Rookie of the Year when he came up with the Reds. Was part of the 1990 Reds World Series team. Great player, very popular in Cincinnati. Got rookie card or autograph of him. We're sending the PSA to be authenticated and graded. Also, another unbelievable story, Evan Gattis. If you're a Braves fan, if you're not, you need to know the Evan Gattis story. It's just a great rags to riches. Get yourself focused, get moving in the right direction, get on track story. I think we did a video, I know we did, at CMG Sports Card just on the Evan Gattis story. So it's autographed as well. We're sending that to PSA. That'll be a good seller here in Atlanta. John Smoltz, one of the greatest pitchers in baseball history, Hall of Famer. His autograph. Eric Davis. I just couldn't let this pass me by. I mean, the show that we were at, and Eric Davis autograph was $30 $30 or $35 to have him autograph any type of item. And I saw this one night when it was ending, and it was at $20. And it's like $20 for an Eric Davis on card autograph. I'll buy that because I can resell it, and resell it for sure if I want to for at least $35-$40 at a show in Cincinnati. Dale Murphy, a legend in Atlanta, should be in the Hall of Fame. He's not yet, but autographed on a classic '84 Donruss card. Really good looking card. Got that for $20 plus shipping. That's a steal. Another Tom Glavine right there. Joe Oliver, catcher on the Reds, was also part of the 1990 World Championship team. Pick this up for $2.75. Shipped to me. I got it for $4. We'll get it authenticated at PSA, and that will sell in Cincinnati for sure. Another Dale Murphy, same thought process. Another Evan Gattis. I'm going to keep this one. I just love this card with the rookie trophy. He was Rookie of the Year here in Atlanta, and I'm going to keep this for my own personal collection. Ozuna again. Darrell Evans, who was Atlanta all-star here in Atlanta several years. This is from '88 Fleer. Reed Shepherd, projected top 5 in the NBA draft. Played at Kentucky. His dad played at Kentucky. Honestly, I think I'm not looking for great things out of Reed in the NBA. It would not surprise me if he plays 3 years, gets a huge contract, plays 3 years, and then ends up playing in a foreign country somewhere. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope he just has a phenomenal, awesome career in the NBA, but I'm really not expecting it. We've got several of his cards of these already sent to PSA. My thought is shortly after the season starts, or at some point when there's some hype about him, I'm planning on selling these cards. Here's a pink refractor, which there's not as many of these pinks as there are of the base card here. Bought that one as well. Here's another mistake I made late one night. This is a digital card. I was trying to get my hands on some Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson played in Louisville, Kentucky for the Cardinals. Very talented football player. He's been in the league, starting quarterback a few years. He hasn't had a lot of running back support, and they just made a trade for a running back that I believe led the nation in yards last year in the NFL. I can't remember the name escapes me at this point, but that might just be what he needs to really make it to a Super Bowl this year. Get a good running back, because the guy himself can run. He's a pretty good passer, and I'm just a little bit of a gamble here, but that's why I tried to buy this card, and I got on Lamar Jackson. A lot of these people, if you can pick them up for $2 or $3, and an NFL quarterback, and they do have a great year, they make it to the Super Bowl, their cards can explode. Greg Maddux, Hall of Famer, pitcher, also autographed from the Braves. This kid he leads the American League. He's a rookie. He hit more home runs than any shortstop in the American League. He's got like 18 home runs or something right now. That's Gunnar Henderson. That's not the same guy. This is the Orioles got some great young players. This is actually Jackson Holliday. His dad played in the major leagues. He was the top prospect in the entire Orioles farm system. He made the team. He's like 20 years old, and had a rough time. They sent him down back to the minor leagues. He was hitting like 057 or something. They sent him down, and he is burning it up in the minor leagues, hitting over 300, jacking home runs, and he's got raw talent. We got to see him play when we were in Cincinnati. The Reds actually played the Orioles. Uh, and, I just think it's a good investment. I mean, I picked up how many here? I'm not sure how many was in this lot. I'm wanting 14 of them for $1 a piece. They're in a little plastic box. They're stored away. That he's going. That's a. He'll be back. He'll do well. I feel like that's an easy way to double my money. And again, the other thing, guys, that I'm laying out these concepts and these ideas now for myself because, again, I bought 14. I could have bought 1,400. I could have bought 1,400 if I wanted. But my focus and my bulk, I'm focusing on Ellie. I bought 5 Ellie De La Cruz cards graded for $126. So we're looking at about $25 a card. This one last sold for 50. This one last sold for 50. Okay. This is going to be $100 card. I think by the end of the year, at some point it could be a, $200 or $300 card, maybe even $1,000 card in 2 or 3 years, maybe more than that. Again, I'm all in on this guy. So if I can buy, it's already graded. I don't have to send them anywhere. They were all PSA 10s, I think. Let me see. They weren't PSA. They were graded by. I should know that. GSA or somebody, but they're all 10s. They're all 10s. GSA, I think. So it was a no-brainer as far as I was concerned. Uh, Here's Jackson Holiday. Also got a couple more there. Ellie De La Cruz, 5 rookies. I'm trying to get them for $3 or less, $14.98. So that's in my ballpark. Here's another one I bought for $2.49. Here's another one for $2.99. This is something I'll never do again, or I probably will never do again. Topps came out with these Topps Chrome Black, which are phenomenal looking cards. And I participated in a case break, and I bought the Reds in this case break. Now, if I'd hit an Ellie De La Cruz as they opened up these boxes, any Reds I got. And I got a couple of rookies, and one was autographed, and I did okay, but I was looking for that Ellie card in the red, so I had to try it one night just to see. But they opened all these boxes, and there was not an Ellie in the whole in any of them that they opened. If there had been, I would have gotten it, so I had to try. Okay, this is a frame and a mat that I bought because I got a picture taken with Ellie De La Cruz at the Cincinnati show. So I'm going to put an 8x10 there. And then the card where he's stealing home will go right there. So that'll be in my office. Okay, one more. Click the wrong button. Okay, we just go this way. Well, keep it in order for myself. Okay, this is a new set that just came out, or it might be an insert. Yeah, it's an insert. Good vibrations. I'm not even sure which. Topps Big League cards. This is the LE from that. I had not seen that. Again, if I can buy them for $3 or less, I got that one for $3. This is Kenny Walker. Again, for my autographs, we needed a couple more to get our 20 that's in the PSA. Kenny Skywalker played for Kentucky, very popular player, very popular in the state of Kentucky, played for the New York Knicks, autographed. This is from 1990 Fleer card. Again, that's at PSA right now to be authenticated. Chris Sale, an autograph, on-card autograph. Chris Sale has, I think, 7 wins right now. He's pitches for Atlanta. He may I think he'll make the All-Star game, and he could possibly even start the All-Star game. But I think he'll make the All-Star game. I think when people see his ERA, see his record, this card is going to bump. So I bought 2 of them. I bought one for about $14 and one for $15. And I think at the All-Star game, he has a good outing, good showing. He makes the All-Star team. I think this could double. I bought these to turn right around and sell right after the All-Star game. That's my thought process on this. I just thought the cards were underpriced for an on-card autograph. So that's my thought there. I can't wait to get these in. There's 15 Ellies. I just bought these this week. 15, I got them for $58.25. My price on these is $5 a card or less. Everything's bumping up. So, I would have been happy to pay, much more than I did. Ended up getting them for $58.25. So that's less than $4 a card, isn't it? Yeah, less than $4 a card. All of these will send in for grading once they get here. This last one sold. There's one sold this week for $100 PSA 10. If you just stop and think about that, stop and think. You're taking $4, $58 investment. Okay, really think about this. $60. Let's say $60 investment for 15 cards. I send those cards off. It's going to cost me $20 a card to have them graded. So I'm looking at 100 and let's see, 20, 40, 60, 80. I'm looking at $300 to have them graded. So I'm looking at a total investment of $360. $360. By the time that all happens, I think these will definitely appreciate to the point by the time I get them back, $100 I think will be on the low end of what these cards will be going for. The ones that are PSA 10s. So theoretically, I'm investing $360 for $1,500. That's over a 400% return. Is that right? Almost 400% return. And what? It's going to take 4 or 5 weeks to get all that done. That's what I'm seeing with this guy. Now, here's what I'm going to do. My plan is send them all in, sell the 9s, keep the 10s. I'm keeping them for long term because I think that $100 card again will be hundreds, and at some point it could be $1,000 card. I think all of his rookie cards down the road, every card that you're seeing that I'm buying, all these LE rookies, at some point, a PSA 10, all of them will be worth $1,000. When that happens, I want to make darn sure that I have at least 100 of those cards once that card reaches $1,000. To me, it's money in the bank. And I wouldn't mind having 1,000 of them or even 10,000 of them. It's just how fast can you buy them and how many do you want? So I hope you got what I just said there, because if you did, then you're starting to see Well, from an investment standpoint, this is phenomenal. I mean, can I go out here and can I put 50,000? What could I put 50? How much do we talk about spending? S- Can I take 50,000 and put it, say 150,000 and buy a house and sell it in, within a few weeks for 3 times what I paid for the house? No. So why would you put $150,000 in a little rental house, a little 2 bedroom, 1,000 square foot home when you can do the same thing and put them in baseball cards if you find the right player. And this guy's the right player from my perspective, without question. It's like he's a unicorn. It's just that we don't see what we're seeing on the field with this guy. Uh, and he hasn't even come close to reaching his upside potential. Austin Riley, I bought 5 of those just because they were cheap, less than $1 each, and he's the Braves third baseman, very popular here. This is another Ellie that they just came out with. It's a cool looking card, 2024 Bowman Chrome. They call it AI Refractor, from the Bowman Chrome set. I'm buying these for $5 or less is my go. I got this one for $3.25. I bought this week. Unbelievable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Ellie's are all rated by Beckett BGS 9.5, which is their highest grade. 5 of them for $86. Um, this is a $40 card right now, individually. Right now, if I had these, I could sell them for $40. So you just figure that's $200 on an $86 investment. I bought 5 of them in the auction. It was ending. I couldn't believe I picked them up for $86. And again, as soon as they get here, I can start selling them if I wanted to. This is the card where he's still in home plate, and I'm going to hang on to them. I have several of these, but these have already been graded, so I don't even have to worry about getting them back and sending them to grading and doing all that. But that's the card where Ellie's still in home plate. Uh, Kentucky basketball. Found this. This is Derek Anderson. Was on the national championship team in 1990. I'll probably keep this because I was there when they won the national championship at the Meadowlands in New York or in New Jersey. Derek Anderson, fan favorite in Kentucky, but $7.40. Uh, is this autographed? No, but it's his rookie. Oh, it's graded BG by Beckett 9.5. So I had to do it. Here's another guy also on that team, the 1990 championship team, very popular in the state of Kentucky, Tony Delk, autographed card, shipped to my door for $3.70. I mean, that card will sell for $20 at a show in Kentucky without question. $3.70. I just couldn't pass it up. Here's that LED AI cards, 15 of them. Again, my target price is $5 per card. So 15 would be $75. So they would have picked these up for $48.76 for this lot of 15. When I get them in, they'll all go to PSA. Here's another new Ellie Panini Chronicles. Got it for $2.99. I will pay. Yeah, I'd really like to get these for a little bit less, but I didn't have one, so that's the first one I got. This one again, my card on this Heritage, my $5 or less. I got this one for $2.99. This is a much more rare Ellie rookie. They call it the Easter egg pattern. You see the pattern in it's different from the regular cards from the 2024 Top Series 1. $17. I was looking tonight. This card at PSA 10 is going for $150. $150. And I bought it for 17. As soon as we get it in, it'll go to PSA. And I think I already have one or two of these that have been graded. I've been buying Ellie all year, really. Zane Smith autograph, super cheap, but I needed autographs to, as I explained earlier. Atlanta Braves pitcher, more Ellie, 3 of his rookies. These are the new Topps Chrome, beautiful cards. This guy's unbelievable. He's the pitcher for the Reds. He's their ace. Real live arm. This is, I think this is a numbered card, if I remember correctly. Topps Fusion, yeah. See the number right here. I can't really read it. Yeah. Number 77 of 180, it looks like. There's 180, that's what it looks like. You go back to the description. Oh, it says 277. Look at that again. I knew it was a limited edition special graded. Number 77. It looks like that might be of 100 or 180. That's of 100. Number 77 of 100. Topps Chrome. And again, he's a rookie. Yeah, 100. It says of 277, so maybe it is. But anyway, it's a limited edition card. Again, just very impressed with this guy. So I've just bought one. I'm not going to go all in or anything, but I bought one. Barry Larkin, Reds Hall of Famer. I just couldn't, it was too cheap not to buy. Turn around and double my money easy on that at a card show in Cincinnati. There's the base Ellie, already graded, PSA 9. I bought it for $17.99. If I can buy this card, at a 9, I'm not going to go as high as I would a 10, but I can still make money on it. But and I might sell it. I might keep it. I love this. These are cool right here. These are all PSA 9s. I wish they were 10s, but really cool looking card. 2023 Topps Now. Call up Ellie De La Cruz. There's 6 of them. $45 for shipping, $53. So I've got less than $10 a card. It costs $20 to have a card graded. Think about this. It costs $20 to have the card graded. I bought 6 graded cards for less than it would cost me to grade them. Can't pass this up. And these should be in as soon as they come in. I'll probably sell 1 or 2. I might sell all of them because they're 9s, but I see no way in the world I cannot at least double my money on this buy. No way I cannot at least double my money. If I sold them for $20 each, that's $120. And I don't think I'd let them go for that. And why would I not let them go for that? Because here's a PSA 9 sold for $17.99, and that was cheap. So, I think I can get at least 23, 24, maybe 25 for these. 20 card lot, $54. All Ellie's. There's the ones I pay 5 for. These I pay up to 5 for. These I pay 250 to 3 for. These I pay right now 4 for. So I got all these 20 cards. Um, what is that? It's less than 250 each, or a little bit more than 250, 270, less than $3 each. Much less, about 275 each. Bought them all when they come in. They're going to PSA. And one of these is you see the yellow border, which is, it's not a base card. It's a special card, limited edition, because of the yellow border. You'll see some they'll have green borders or blue borders. So that's probably really the most valuable card of all of these, and it's something I haven't really talked about. I love this. I got this, I think tonight or last night. This is my favorite Ellie card this year, and it's expensive. It's called Downtown. Uh, this is ungraded. I got it for $21.99 plus $8.82 shipping. So they're charging a little bit too much on their shipping, but that's okay. That puts me at what? About $30. Now let's look at this card. That's the one I bought. Showing up. They don't come up very often. It's just looking PSA 9. It's called Downtown. See, it's just I can't find it. It's hard to find. Sometimes if you put sometimes if you put the main search term, it reads highlights. Sorry, guys. There we go. Okay, this one sold for 65, and it's not no grade. This one took the best offer. They were asking 65, no grade. $80, no grade. Okay. I got it for what, 20 something, $29 or something. If you look at the PSA on this, it's crazy. There's no PSAs even so recently. But the PSA on that card, I've seen it $300 for a PSA 10, 240, 220 for a PSA 9. So again, that's why I bought that. I think that was about it. But that's why I bought that. I got $21.99, $32 delivered to me. If it's a 9 or a 10, I could sell it and make 3 or 4 times my money immediately once it gets back from grading. But I don't have this card, and I'm going to keep it because if it comes back at 10, I'm definitely keeping it. If it's a 9, I'll probably sell it. But I want one for my personal collection. But it's really cool. You can see it's got Cincinnati. There's the stadium. That's the bridge from Kentucky to Cincinnati. It shows downtown Cincinnati here. Just these, I love these hometown hero cards. Just a beautiful looking card. Uh, so I'm really excited. I mean, that was my best buy this week without a doubt, because I believe I can turn around and sell it immediately for and make and triple my money like as soon as it comes in. But I'm going to send it for PSA, get it graded, and I'll either hang on to it if it comes back less than a 10, I'll sell it. But you can find those deals if you look, and I've got some alerts set up in my in my in my eBay, so when one's listed, I can get on it quickly and take a look. So I think that was about it. I bought another PSA 10 of him still in home. Again, I can sell that for $40. And again, see what happens on a lot of these. Like this ended on Thursday night. That's the terrible time to end an auction. All the traffic is on Sunday night. That's when all the card people are buying, selling for the week. Every auction should end on Sunday night. So I like looking during the week, go in and looking at auctions and see what's ending, because if this had been listed on Sunday night, it would have brought between $40 and $50. But because it was on Thursday, didn't have the eyeballs, I happened to catch it, $28. I'll probably turn around and flip this. I might keep it, but I have a few of them. And this is the actual card that we had, Elliott autograph. So I've got those coming back as well. And we got his autograph on this card because, again, first person since 1950 something or whatever to steal 3 bases in one inning and stole home. Remarkable, remarkable, just unbelievable. So I don't know what I'll do with it, but I couldn't let that pass me up because it's just too good of a deal. Just too good of a deal. So I got one of those this week, which is good. And then I bought this one tonight, $30, $31. This is a $50 card. And again, I don't know why. I think it's PSA. Yeah, PSA 10. I'll hang on to that for a while. But I could turn around and sell it if I wanted to for 50. And that was it. That's been my last 30 days or so. As far as my watch list, you guys can guess what I'm watching. Ellie's. Here's those special ones I was talking about, the Easter cards. You see, this one's already at $45. The biddies are they're asking 45. This guy's asking 50. I got mine for $28, $29, I think. Uh, so you can see this is what I'm doing, guys. Keeping my own. I'm loading up Ellie De La Cruz, but you make money when you buy, not when you sell. You got to buy right. Uh, this looks really good. There's 59 cards, $59 right now. I will give $250 a card for these. These are the Bowmans, but again, get them in, get them graded. When this card goes to $1,000, I want to have at least a bare minimum 100 PSA 10s, at minimum 100. I'd like to have 1,000 PSA 10s when this card gets to 100. There's going to come a time when the numbers are not going to make sense to buy and have them graded. But right now, because the cards are still real cheap, if I can get these for two or $3 each, I'll buy them all day long. And out of these, maybe half of them will be 10s, and I'm selling the 9s. That's my plan right now. Let me show you one more thing. I'll let you go. Okay, I just ran in my office real quick just so I could show you guys. I currently have 11 Ellie's PSA 10s, and we probably have 20 that are being graded right now at PSA. But, all of these I could turn around and sell this week if I wanted to and make money right now on it. But I'm hanging on to these for the long term. So um, I'll never. I'm as upfront with you guys as I can possibly be. I'm as because I want it. I open the curtain, and I just want you to see what I'm doing, because there's not one person that couldn't do what I'm doing if they wanted to. And I guess the difference for me is I have such a conviction about Ellie De La Cruz. Now, I've said all that to say this. This whole thing could backfire big time. This is, those of you that I've worked with over the years, I say learn to live on 70% of what you earn. Live on the most you need is 70%. Tithe 10%, invest 10%, and then take 10% and put it in a fund to travel with or blow on whatever you want to blow. I actually teach go through a toy stage, get that out of your system, then learn to live on 70% of your income. So never invest more than you can afford to invest. Don't spend money, that you can't afford to lose. Because this week, and this is really the reason I wanted to make this video, this week, Ronald Acuna, which I've been very high on as well, not as high as Ellie, but one of the most talented players in the National League. Some of you remember last year he stole 40 bases, or hit 40 home runs and stole 70 bases. And I bought several of his cards as an investment. Not like Ellie. I'm not going all in because I've got boxes of ungraded Ellie cards in there. But he, for the second time, tore a hamstring, and he's going to have surgery. He's out for the rest of the year. So he's already had surgery on one leg. He tore his other leg this week, and he'll probably never be the player that he once was. And it's sad because this kid had so much talent. He came to the Braves and started when he was 20 years old. He's been in the major leagues 7 years now, but he's only had 2 full years in the majors because he's had so many problems getting hurt. Last year we saw what he could do in a full year. So part of investing in cards ultimately is this player going to have Hall of Fame numbers at the end of their career? Because you're really wanting to invest in Hall of Fame players. And because he's had such a problem staying healthy, he might not, he might end, yeah, he's been in the league since he was 20, but when it's all said and done, depending on how long he plays, he might not have Hall of Fame numbers because he's had so many injuries. The talent is there. I don't particularly like his attitude, but that's another story. I love Ellie's attitude. Ellie has fun. He loves playing the game. It's obvious. And Ronald goes in spurts. But my point being is I'm showing you what I'm doing. That doesn't mean you need to be doing it. Everybody's different. Everybody's risk tolerance is different. If you can't sleep because you bought a card for $100 and you're afraid it's going to go down 20%, it's going to go down in the off season to a certain level. You got to approach this with the right mindset. You don't get in over your head. Put your plan together. I'm just sharing with you my plan, and my plan is evolved. It's constantly evolving. The only thing that stayed constant for me since I made the decision that I'm building a sports card business, the only thing that's stayed constant from an investment standpoint is buy up Rob Dillingham, the NBA player that will be in the NBA draft, buy Ellie Cruz. And I've got as many Dillingham cards as I've shown you with Ellie Cruz, but I was buying Dillingham heavily during the first of the year as baseball started, and I've got to see some of the highlights, and it's like I was wondering, is this kid going to start the season with a bang? And he has. And if he does, then I'm going all in on him because I've never seen a player like him. So I hope this helped you. Any comments I would appreciate. Any kind of feedback. I may do this at the end of every month. I haven't decided. I'll do it a lot quicker next time. Probably won't have as many things to go through every month. But if this type of content is valuable, because I want you not just to see the cards I'm buying, but the thought process behind putting a collection together and putting and investing in specific cards and why. So any feedback would appreciate it. You guys have a good one, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.